Forget a nifty 50. Your first lens should always be a 24-70 f2.8. And here's why. When you're just starting out, you don't know what your flavor is. Like, you probably know what images you're drawn to, but you don't necessarily know what you're going to be good at or what you're going to enjoy. So many people will start out with their first lens as a 50mm f1.8 on a crop sensor camera, which is effectively a 75mm lens, and that's super limiting. Say you're taking photos of your dog while he's playing, and you want to show the environment. At 75mm, it's pretty tight, and you're not going to fit the whole yard in frame. Tight, yeah! If you want to take some sexy photos and the room's too small, you're going to get left with some frames like this. No one wants that. I get it, it's cheap, it's f1.8, and a lot of people do it. But hear me out. When buying cameras, nothing is cheap. So save the extra pennies and get yourself a 24-70 f2.8. And I guarantee that the extra time it takes to get the additional funds will be well worth it. You'll thank me later. 24-70 or variety of it is like a potato. Not that potato. This one. Why? Because you can bake him, shake him, fry him, wedge him, roast him, toast him, French him, mash him, smash him, hash him, skin him, and so much more. They are versatile AF.
Now I'm sure that most people watching this video have had most types of potato. And one thing I can guarantee, we all have our favorite.
But none of us knew that our favorite type of potato was our favorite until we tried them all. Gotta catch 'em all! 24-70, like a potato, gives you all the spices of life. You can shoot street, people, landscape, underwater, automotive, architecture, sports, and more. This thing literally does it all. It is a jack of all trades. Versatility is everything when you're starting out because you're learning. You don't know what you like yet. You're just taking it all in. After a while, you'll find your style.
You'll find your interests and what focal length you gravitate toward in different scenarios.
You don't have that ability if you're stuck on 50mm. And after a while, when you have a library of your favorite images, you can scroll through them and see what focal length they were shot at.
This is normally a great indicator as to what prime lenses you should look to invest in.
For me at the start, it was 35mm. So naturally, I bought a 35mm lens. Using a 24-70 is also a great way to work out what you want as a creator. Are you constantly wanting wider? Then maybe a 16-35 is on your horizon. Or if you want a bit more reach, that 70-200 or Super Tele is starting to look pretty good.
This might sound super obvious, but after working in a camera store for 5 years, the average customer doesn't think so.
Saving up a bit longer to get a 2.8 zoom will still give you great low light performance, blurry backgrounds, but also just be a better quality lens. And that lens, model depending of course, will likely have weather sealing, better, sharper optics, and have a better resale value, which then in turn saves you money in the long run. So buy nice or buy twice. Speaking of, if you can't afford a new one, buy an off-brand like Sigma, Tamron, Samyang, whatever. And if it's still too dear, buy a second-hand one. Or buy a second-hand third-party lens. Versatility is key.
Lots of my favorite moments that I've captured have come with a 24-70 attached to my camera. And a lot of those moments would have been missed if I had a fixed prime lens attached to my camera instead. And that's why, as much as I love my primes,
the 24-70 is always the first lens in my bag.
And this whole film? Oh yeah, 24-70.
Go listen to I Can't Make Your Decisions For You by We Came As Romans. Bye! Mother trucker. Oh. I did so well. I flicked them all off the counter into a nice little homemade contraption. I didn't break anything. And I smashed that. Say that, taco. Was that cinnamon at least? It's shit bloody. Oh, that smells gross. Mixed spice. Oh.